Niece, happy birthday! If your birthday's this week, this is the first Gemini Weekly from Broomstickfairy. I hope you guys enjoy because I want to continue. So I'm just gonna get straight started into your reading. Basically, I don't know why, but don't shoot the messenger, Jimmies. I actually didn't want to see this book, and I shuffled them twice in this section, and I put the cards back because the first set of cards I got wasn't that positive. But then this card came back out again, so I was like, okay, this means it's important. So do not play with the message from spirit. Naughty. Just Shana, and just keep going. Okay, so you have received the Five of Fire, which speaks of stress. It could be stress, or it could be like inner conflict, or it can be friendly competition. Then you have the Seven of Earth, which is depletion, but it came up in reverse, or the Seven of Pentacles. And then you have the Five of Water, and the two fives coming up already tells me this is some sort of conflict or some sort of something that's not too positive. Just thinking of loss or disappointment or hurt or pain or something along them lines. But I feel like the main theme of all of these three together is saying that I feel like you may have had high hopes about something. You planted the seeds and you have been waiting to see the rewards, but it may have taken a turn. That's why these two fives are here. There's some conflict in a turmoil, or maybe in competition. But it could just mean that competition is so strong and heavy. Or business idea or plans about in love may get worry for some of you, and you may feel like you're at a loss. Your expectations are not being met. So that's the theme of this. So it could be whether it's to do with family or love or whatever. That's just the theme, okay? And when it comes to work, you receive the big wheel, the big medicine wheel, and then the Two of Fire. Now, the big medicine wheel is the wild card. This is a Native American deck. The meaning's a little bit different from in the traditional sense. And so, these two together, I feel like something is feeling incomplete, or like you may be getting a good work balance. I mean, you may not be getting a good work balance, or there isn't enough good balance between work and play. And there's some form of your world you may feel like a strain. So like one of the worlds is feeling a strain, whether it's your play world or your social life or your work life. And others of you may be looking for new collaborations with this Two of Wands here. Sorry. Because something went left that you thought was going to be alright, okay? Like you want to go on a journey to find your place in the world, but then maybe travel plans may be delayed. Maybe that's why the world is in reverse, because maybe you're meant to travel somewhere. And you have to go another route, or maybe form another plan. Or you may get a shock to hear that maybe even your job doesn't cover certain expenses or security that you need, like insurance or pensions or like, I don't know, discounts or some sort. Something along them lines there may not be many perks that come with a certain job this week, and it may be a bit of a disappointment or damper. Use Gemini. In your emotions, I feel like you're giving death and birth to something. You are transforming and shedding something that no longer serves you. We've got the transformation card here, and this is equivalent to the death card. You're going to start afresh. You may be leaving an old way of being behind and going for a more unconventional approach. I say that because you have the shaman here in reverse. And the shaman here, or the Hierophant in reverse, often speaks of those kinds of things, like you're leaving tradition behind, or you're leaving a group behind, or leaving an organization behind, or leaving a person behind, like a boss. But this is in your emotions sector. Maybe cutting ties with a particular group or organization, and this will help you to release tension. and negative thinking. So we've got the Ten of Air in reverse. This is actually a positive card with the Ten of Air in reverse. The Ten of Swords upright often speaks of, I say swords because the air in the traditional decks is swords. So the swords is, my fingernails are dirty, so. The swords are, in the reverse, it means like you're dead in that. You're no longer feeling maybe sorry for yourself, or no longer feeling like a victim, and you're releasing that, perhaps by the form of releasing certain belief systems that don't serve you, or a certain ritual or tradition, because you're ending that, or you're dead in that, or leaving an organization, or leaving one of your many jobs behind. Because I know you guys are probably dabbling into many different things. For the single Geminis, I feel like you are releasing the past. You have the Six of Cups and then the Nine of Hearts. Both cards are in reverse. And both cards can be positive in reverse, but it depends. The Nine of Air reverse is definitely healthy. You are detaching yourself from those beliefs that no longer serve you. Whatever happened in your childhood or from a past hurt, please leave it in the past, gems, because it doesn't serve you now, and it's just like carrying on dead weight. So that's why I feel like some of you guys are dealing with these single ones. And then for the couple, I feel like there is a new beginning. You've got the Wheel of Fortune or the Small Medicine Wheel in this deck. You've got the Ace of Cups, abundance, fertility, happiness, fulfillment. Then you've got the Spirit Guide, and all of these cards are upright, following your gut, following your whims, listening to spirit, following your spirit guides, or listening, being in tune with spirit, feeling aligned and whole. Then you got the Daughter of Air or the Page of Swords. And then you got the Seven of Water, which is excess but in reverse. So I feel like you guys are moving on from focusing on too many cracks and holes in your relationship. That's why the Seven of Water is come in reverse. It means you're narrowing the focus down. You're not focusing on too many things that are not really serving you, or you're not nitpicking. Maybe somebody was been a little bit of nitpicking or trying to find so many faults within your partner. I feel like you're not doing that anymore, and you're releasing that access. Okay. And you guys are maybe starting to focus on the beauty and the love and the ever-flowing channels between you, because you got the Ace of Water here, overflowing of love, beauty, harmonious, breathtaking, so loving and nurturing. So you're taking this time to heal and nurture your relationship. Just ever-flowing channels of love between you two is just revitalized, which is awesome, actually. And I feel like you're definitely following your instincts to do this. Some of you may even find out that you're pregnant, or you already know that you're pregnant, and this situation was pretty much dated and faded and destined to happen with this Wheel of Fortune or this Small Medicine Wheel. Alrighty then, and then the advice that Spirit is giving to you. I actually put the cards back away because it's not important, but I'm gonna just sum it up. The advice that Spirit is giving to you is basically, what were the cards? The cards, yeah. Spirit is advising you not to tie yourself down to commitments you can't keep or you don't fully like. And Spirit is also advising you to don't trap yourself or bind yourself in contracts maybe that don't serve you. And if someone is asking for money from you, just be aware and alert about where the source and where it's going to. But just be smart about it, Geminis. But then for some of you, the message could be, don't overwork yourself or don't neglect your body, because you had the Eight of Swords or the Eight of Air, and then the King or the King of Pentacles or the Father of Earth together that came out in a pair, both upright. So I feel like that's what the message could be for some of you. And others of you, it could just maybe to be watch out for an earth sign, or don't let an earth sign trap you or manipulate you or blackmail you in some way, shape, or form. I don't know why. The message just came up. And then also, let's see what the oracle message is. What is the message this week for Gemini, June 12th to June 18th, 2017? What is the message in this reading for Gemini, Spirit? What is the message in this reading for Gemini, Spirit? I didn't feel like that was supposed to come. What is the message in this reading for Gemini, Spirit? Okay. You've got the source. You are at the center. The source, shine your light. Then you've got change direction. All paths change course at some stage. This is your time. This may be a good message for. That's maybe why the Wheel of Fortune. I mean the World card came up in reverse. Maybe telling you to change direction in your work life. And then you've got these cards here. That was a little bit negative in the middle. And then you've got confused. Confusion is all around you. Don't be distracted. You are doing the right thing. So maybe you're confused about changing directions, but you are the source. So go to your center and you will find the answer. And then also, from the soul cards, I just want you to depict your own message now. What is the message in this reading for Gemini, Spirit? What is the message in this reading for Gemini? These messages have no meaning. They literally just, you form your own interpretation from the art. So whatever instincts and hunches that you feel when you look at this Gemmy, that's what the message is for you this week. Oh, I hate this light, man. I'll put my own 2 cents in. I feel like this woman is celebrating, rejoicing, feeling the earth beneath her feet, feeling the wind flowing through her fingers, feeling the sun shine through her crown chakra, and just feeling enlightened. And she's just letting go of all the shackles. She just feels free and emancipated. So yeah, maybe you want to tell me in the comments what you feel like this talks to you, Jim. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed your weeklies. Peace.